A life devoid of structure and intention can feel like drifting in an endless, stormy sea, directionless and chaotic. Without a guiding compass of principles, standards, or practices, we are at the mercy of external forces, reacting impulsively rather than acting with purpose. In this state of disarray, mistakes pile up, regrets fester, and opportunities slip through our fingers. But now, envision the transformative power of having a steadfast framework, a blueprint for living that anchors you firmly to your values and goals. With clarity as your foundation, life becomes not only more navigable, but also deeply enriching, unlocking doors to fulfillment and untapped potential. Enter Stoicism, an ancient philosophy offering timeless wisdom designed to sharpen your mind, fortify your spirit, and illuminate your path forward. Today, I'll share 12 Stoic rules that will revolutionize how you live, equipping you with tools to remain centered, resilient, and driven regardless of what storms may come. One cornerstone of Stoicism is owning the morning. Marcus Aurelius grappled with the temptation of staying snug beneath the covers during frigid mornings, questioning whether indulging comfort was truly his purpose. He challenged himself. Is this why you were born, to cower under blankets while duty calls? Absolutely not. Each dawn presents a blank canvas, brimming with possibilities to grow, contribute, and thrive. By rising early and dedicating your first hours to meaningful pursuits, free from distractions, you set the tone for triumph throughout the rest of the day. Winning the morning means seizing control of your destiny before the world demands its share of your attention. Another vital rule centers on mastering what lies within your sphere of influence. Epictetus teaches us that true wisdom begins by discerning between what we can shape and what remains beyond our reach. You cannot dictate another person's actions or alter events outside your jurisdiction. However, you hold dominion over your responses, thoughts, and choices. This simple yet profound realization liberates you from needless suffering. By channeling your energy into areas you command, you transform uncertainty into opportunity, cultivating a mindset of empowerment and focus. Equally destructive is the habit of borrowing trouble from tomorrow. Seneca astutely observed, "To suffer beforehand is to endure twice." How frequently do we exhaust ourselves fretting over calamities that never materialize? Our minds craft elaborate disasters, convincing us they're imminent. The Stoic remedy? Acknowledge risks without letting them consume you. Stay anchored in the present moment, where life unfolds authentically. By refusing to let imagined hardships weigh you down, you conserve your strength for real challenges when they arise. Among the less heralded yet profoundly impactful Stoic tenets is daily self-enrichment. Commit to absorbing one new lesson each day. A thought-provoking quote, a nugget of insight, or a reflective observation that bolsters your mental and emotional resilience. Seneca believed in accumulating small doses of wisdom daily, knowing these incremental gains compound into unshakable fortitude. Picture yourself steadily constructing a fortress of knowledge and character, brick by brick, until you stand invincible against life's trials. Closely tied to personal growth is the practice of performing one act of kindness daily. Stoicism transcends self-improvement. It champions virtuous action and service to others. A single gesture, a listening ear, a helping hand, or even a warm smile can ripple outward, touching lives in ways you may never fully comprehend. By weaving generosity into your routine, you cultivate a legacy of compassion and connection, enriching both your soul and the world around you. These Stoic principles, embracing the morning, focusing on what you can control, staying grounded in the present, nurturing your mind, and serving others, are not mere suggestions. They form a roadmap to a life steeped in meaning and clarity. When integrated into your daily existence, they empower you to face challenges with poise, meet adversity with courage, and live with unwavering purpose. These teachings remind us that virtue, the essence of Stoicism, is not passive contemplation but active embodiment. It is a call to action, urging you to sculpt a life defined by wisdom, integrity, and inner peace. Living with intention and mindfulness in every moment, in every circumstance, is at the heart of a Stoic's way of life. A true practitioner doesn't settle for mediocrity by asking, "What's the bare minimum I can get away with?" Instead, they challenge themselves, "What is the most virtuous action here? How can I embody integrity, discipline, and compassion right now?" It's not enough to merely contemplate goodness. It's about actively choosing kindness, fairness, and wisdom without hesitation or reservation. Seneca, ever the sage, reminded us that every person we encounter presents an opportunity to practice kindness. Imagine each interaction, not as fleeting or insignificant, but as a chance to leave a lasting positive impression, to sow seeds of empathy and understanding. Whether it's a coworker, a passerby, or someone dear to you, every moment carries the potential to live out the virtues we cherish. One of the most profound teachings of Stoicism can be distilled into a single, piercing question: is this essential? Too often, we find ourselves entangled in distractions, thoughts, actions, and words that add no real value to our lives. The Stoics urge us to strip away the unnecessary, to focus only on what truly matters. When deciding whether to pursue something, ask yourself, does this align with my values? Will it bring me closer to the life I envision for myself? If the answer is no, then it's time to let it go. Saying no isn't just an act of rejection. It's an affirmation of what's meaningful. Marcus Aurelius, burdened with the immense responsibilities of an emperor, mastered this art of discernment. He constantly prioritized, shedding the trivial so he could dedicate his energy to what truly mattered. Without this discipline, he would have been consumed by the chaos of his world, never fulfilling his higher purpose. The same principle applies to us today. By saying no to distractions, we create space for what brings peace, fulfillment, and progress. Another intriguing Stoic practice is the concept of speaking with the dead. At first glance, this may seem enigmatic, but its depth lies in its simplicity. Zeno, the founder of Stoicism, once received an oracle's cryptic advice: "You will gain wisdom by conversing with the dead." Years later, while reading Socrates, he realized the truth: the dead speak through their writings. To read philosophy is to engage in dialogue with the great minds of history, drawing from their insights to illuminate our own path. Philosophy transcends time, connecting us with thinkers who have shaped humanity's collective wisdom. Every book we open becomes a portal to the past, allowing us to converse with luminaries like Socrates, Seneca, and Marcus Aurelius. Reading daily, not superficially but deeply, is vital for a Stoic life. It's not about consuming information indiscriminately. It's about immersing ourselves in timeless ideas that guide us through life's complexities. Books are more than texts. They are vessels of wisdom, carrying lessons from those who walked before us. Through thoughtful reading, we cultivate our own understanding, grounding ourselves in principles that endure. Self-discipline stands as another cornerstone of Stoic philosophy. The Stoics didn't concern themselves with controlling others. They focused on mastering themselves. They held themselves to the highest standards of virtue and excellence, knowing full well that self-mastery was within their power. Yet, they also emphasized tolerance toward others. People falter, and not everyone possesses the same knowledge or opportunities. As Marcus Aurelius wisely advised, be strict with yourself but tolerant with others. While holding ourselves accountable, we must extend empathy and patience to those still finding their footing. This balance fosters healthier relationships. When we err, we tend to forgive ourselves, recognizing the context of our mistakes. The Stoics encourage us to extend that same grace to others, seeking explanations rather than casting judgment. In doing so, we We preserve our inner tranquility while nurturing compassion and understanding. Finally, one of the most inspiring Stoic teachings is to make beautiful choices. Epictetus taught that if we desire a beautiful life, we must begin by making choices that reflect beauty in thought, word, and deed. Each decision shapes the tapestry of our existence. And the Stoics remind us that beauty lies not in grand gestures, but in the quiet, deliberate alignment of our actions with our highest ideals. This isn't about chasing fleeting pleasures, but embracing what is virtuous, even when it demands effort. While pleasure evaporates like morning dew, the fulfillment born from choosing what's right, especially in moments of challenge, endures, shaping a life rich with purpose and beauty. Acting with integrity, choosing goodness, justice, and wisdom creates a foundation for a meaningful existence. These Stoic principles offer a roadmap to living grounded in discipline, compassion, and authenticity. By making deliberate, thoughtful choices, we align ourselves with our true nature, fostering harmony within ourselves, with others, and with the world. In doing so, we not only craft a better life for ourselves, but also contribute to a brighter future for all. Have you ever noticed how the satisfaction of pushing through something difficult lingers far longer than the struggle itself? The work may be grueling, yet the pride remains, a quiet triumph that outlasts the fleeting discomfort of effort. Each day presents us with choices. Will we take the easy path or the harder, more meaningful one? This tension lies at the heart of the choice of Hercules, a cornerstone of Stoic philosophy. In the myth, Hercules faces a crossroads where he must choose between two paths, one of virtue and discipline, the other of indulgence and vice. The easier route beckons seductively, but it's the arduous path, the road of virtue, that forges greatness. Had Hercules chosen comfort over challenge, he would never have become the legendary hero we revere today. So, when your alarm blares and the temptation to hit snooze arises, or when you're torn between exercise and lounging on the couch, pause and reflect. Which path are you choosing? Are you opting for ease or for excellence? For kindness or indifference? Forgiveness or resentment? Every moment offers an opportunity to make a beautiful choice, and these decisions define who we are. A guiding Stoic principle here is the power of listening over speaking. Zeno, the founder of Stoicism, wisely noted that we have 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason, to listen more and speak less. In a world obsessed with noise, there's profound strength in silence. Before speaking, ask yourself, is this necessary? Is it helpful? As the ancient Spartans knew, sometimes silence speaks louder than words. One Spartan famously sat quietly during a lively dinner, and when questioned about his silence, he replied, "If I were foolish, I wouldn't have been able to stay quiet this long." His response reminds us that wisdom often lies in restraint, and true understanding comes from absorbing rather than asserting. Another transformative Stoic insight is this: every obstacle is an opportunity. Marcus Aurelius captured this beautifully when he wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." Challenges aren't merely hurdles to overcome. They're invitations to grow stronger, practice virtue, and make courageous choices. Life rarely offers smooth, predictable paths to success, but it always provides chances to respond with grace, integrity, and wisdom. If someone wrongs you, it's an opportunity to choose forgiveness. If you face discrimination or setbacks, it's a chance to rise above bitterness and demonstrate resilience. Stoicism teaches that while we can't control what happens to us, we can control our response. And every difficulty can fuel personal growth, much like adding wood to a fire to make it burn brighter. A Stoic doesn't passively endure life's trials. Instead, they actively engage with them, transforming obstacles into stepping stones toward greater virtue. It's about making beautiful choices even amid chaos, using adversity as a forge to shape the best version of yourself. Finally, the essence of Stoicism revolves around living fully in the present moment. a concept known as memento mori. Time slips through our fingers like sand, and each moment is a gift to be cherished. The Stoics remind us that life isn't lived in the past or the future. It unfolds now. Embrace the present, for it is the only canvas upon which we can paint a life of meaning. With each tick of the clock, a piece of our lives slips away, never to return, a truth that should profoundly shape how we choose to live. As you open your eyes each morning, greet the day as if it's a gift, a rare second chance. None of us knows how many tomorrows we'll have, so let every breath feel like gold. Live deliberately, with clarity and purpose, carrying the quiet awareness that today might be all you have left. Don't squander on distractions or doubts. Make choices that resonate with beauty, stay fully present, and pour your energy into what only you can bring to the world. By embracing this mindset, you'll step closer to realizing the fullest version of yourself. Each new dawn carries the promise of reinvention, a chance to rise higher and craft a life rich with meaning.